Hello and welcome to the next video in the Final Fantasy XI How To series. Today I will be explaining and illustrating the endgame instance battlefield known as Delve. In Delve, a fresh level 99 player can get gear and weapons from eye level 113 to eye level 119. To enter Delve, you need to be level 95 or above, have the Seekers of Adulin expansion pack, have access to the zone that your Delve run is doing, and the leader needs a key item. The key item is known as the Yantric Planchette and can be obtained by defeating enemies in the zone you want to do Delve in to get items, and then taking those items to an NPC known as the Anomaly Expert. Or if you have previously obtained the key items from successfully completing Delve, the Anomaly Expert will give you the Yantric Planchette in exchange for those key items. Alternatively, you can save the key items from successfully completing Delve and exchange them for bonus rewards at the Anomaly Expert. Beating is a system where adventurers can defeat the 1 to 5 lesser notorious monsters outside of the Delve, allowing them more time to defeat the Delve boss. This is done by farming the pop items from the lesser notorious monsters outside of the Delve and spawning them at their respective spawn points outside of the Delve. And then after defeating however many notorious monsters you want or can, you enter the Delve, and then those notorious monsters will not be present, giving you more time for the boss. When the leader is ready to enter the Delve Fracture, it will automatically teleport every member in the zone to the Delve. This is why you only need to have access to the respective Delve zones in order to participate. It used to be that Delve scales with the number of players entering such that 7 or more adventurers entering Delve would increase the level of all monsters in the Delve, including the boss. But that has since changed to, if you take more than 3 players, the monsters will only get an increase in health rather than a full level up. Also, an adjustment has been made so that trust can be used within the Delve. Delve consists of regular monsters, lesser notorious monsters, and the boss. The lesser notorious monsters, of which there is only 5 unless your group beated, then there will be less than 5, have to be defeated in order to spawn the boss. Each lesser notorious monster and the boss have unique characteristics that can be exploited to kill them quickly, but if these unique characteristics are ignored, it may result in you wiping or losing the Delve due to time running out. The Delve I'm currently illustrating in this video is the Fort de Hanetiel Delve, and I will briefly go over the lesser 5 notorious monsters and the boss with their unique characteristics. The Aberrant Uragnite's exploitable weakness is damage taken increases greatly proportionately to the number of enfeebles that have been applied. The spell impact is in particular is extremely useful as it applies 7 unique debuffs simultaneously. If you have a red mage or another enfeebling class, the red mage or other enfeebling class should keep as many enfeebles on the Aberrant Uragnite as possible, and the damage dealing classes should attack it so that there is no passage of time in between enfeebling it and dealing damage. The Fated Crack Claw has impenetrable carapace, which provides short-term magical damage immunity, and it cannot be dispelled. Its exploitable weakness is, as one type of damage is dealt, resistance to that damage type will increase noticeably, and damage taken by other types of damage will increase exponentially. The damage susceptibility will reset after some time shortly after Riptide Uepnia is used. As an example, monks that melee with formless strikes without using any weapon skill for some time to approximately 80 to 85% health can later weapon skill and drop formless strikes to deal extremely fast high damage. Another way of doing this is having a mage character kite the Cracklaw and nuke it until it uses a TP move 5 times. At that point, its magic damage resistance is at its highest. Then melee will start to attack the Cracklaw and weapon skill, killing it fast. Another way of doing this is having DD or damage dealers attack it first, and then having a mage character nuke it to death when the physical damage resistance is at its highest. The divagating jaggle begins aligned with a random element and rotates through all 8 elements in the following order: light, dark, fire, ice, wind, earth, lightning, and water. It will cast 2 spells of its current element before moving on to the next element. Spells can be stunned, and it can also be silenced. Light, the spells it will cast is Embrava, Holy, and Diega 3. Dark, it will cast Castra, Meteor, and Dispelga. Fire, Firearga 4, and AoE Addle. Ice, Blizzaga 4, Paraliga. Wind, Eroga 4, Silenska. Earth, Stonega 4, Breaka. Lightning, Thundaga 4, AoE Stun. Water, Waterga 4, and Poisonga 3. The method of defeating the divagating jaggle is to have a mage silence it and keep silence on it while the DD attack it until it is dead. For Crab Arpo, the giant crab, as damage of one type is dealt, physical or magical, resistance to that type of damage will increase over time. Its exploitable weakness: focus on one type of damage, magical or physical, for at least half of its health, then focus on the other type for the remaining half. Formless Strikes qualifies as magical damage for the purposes of this damage resistance. The fight can also be alleviated by using Murasame Maru, Requiescat, and Twilight Scythe for damage that is not effective by the damage reduction. Note that Crab Carpo can use Venom Shower, a 20 yalm AoE powerful water damage and potent irremovable poison except by chakra, so mages and support jobs will need to maintain proper positioning. Scissor Guard and Bubble Current reduce physical and magical damage taken by 90% respectively. These buffs last for 30 seconds when applied and cannot be dispelled. For the lesser notorious monster Nerivik, it initially spawns with shrouded HP, meaning that you can't see its HP meter. Its exploitable weakness is destroying Nerivik's lanterns with critical hits will reveal its HP and lock its access to Hypnic Lamp and Mayhem Lantern, greatly simplifying the battle. The lanterns are destroyed by attacking Nerivik from the front. The way I usually do it is, because I'm a red mage, I'll just enfeeble it, and then support and buff the DD as they attack it from the front with critical hits to destroy its lanterns. Finally, we are at Dakuwaka, the boss for the Fort D Hanatil Delve. Dakuwaka's HP bar is normally shrouded for the duration of the battle, meaning that you can't see it, but it is revealed after using Carcarian Verve. It remains visible so long as his aura remains active and disappears shortly after the aura state is successfully terminated. The aura state for this specific notorious monster, or Delve boss, is the blue dagger-like protrusion from his the horn in front of his face. Basic attacks: normal auto attacks are chosen from 1 to 3 types: bite, single target physical damage, defense down thrust, conal physical damage, knockback, spins in place, AoE physical damage, and knockback. Damage resistances and susceptibilities: Dakuwaka's damage resistances and susceptibilities change throughout the battle based on the remaining HP. 100 to 75% resistant to blunt damage, susceptible to piercing damage. 74 to 50% health, resistance to piercing damage, susceptible to blunt damage. 49 to 25% health, resistant to magical damage, susceptible to slashing damage. Less than 25% health, resistant to slashing damage, susceptible to magic damage. This knowledge can be used advantageously for timing of his 2-hour or his special ability at every 25% increment of his health, or other abilities depending on the group setup. For example, a group heavily reliant on blunt damage for monks can use Formless Strikes to lose the blunt attribute and accelerate it the first 25% health of the battle, and drop Formless Strikes and use 100 Fists to greatly accelerate the next 25% health of the battle. Dakuwaka can be slept with light-based sleep. Techniques: Carcarian Verve is used at each 25% HP threshold, the first move below 75%, 50%, and 25% HP, and randomly below 25% HP. Its 2 effects should be immediately dispelled. High magic accuracy is needed to dispel reliably. Carcarian Verve is always quickly followed by Marine Mayhem. All non-melee range players should be standing at maximum casting distance to remain out of range of Marine Mayhem. The maximum casting distance is 21 yalms. All other TP moves can be used at any time. Because of Tidal Guillotine's HP-based instant KO, healers need to be careful to keep the HP of the players in range topped off. Spells: Dakuwaka's available debuffs and the element of his nukes depend on remaining HP, and the tier of the nukes cast depend upon remaining HP and whether the Water Spear effect is active. I'm not going to get into all the spells he casts at each increment because it's a lot. Water Spear effect. Immediately after using Karkarian Verve, Dakuwaka will gain a visible magic Water Spear effect. This effect will activate even if the move is successfully stunned. Karkarian Verve is used at the first TP move and every 25% HP thereafter, as the first TP move below 75%, 50%, and 25% health. Below 25% health, Karkarian Verve can be used as randomly as a normal TP move. Whenever the Water Spear effect is not active. Karkarian Verve grants extremely powerful attack and magic attack boost effects to Dakuwaka. These effects should be dispelled immediately. Dispel goes through shield and can be used 2 times as soon as attack and magic attack go up. The first several uses of this move are stunnable. Towards the end of the battle, 25% health and below, Karkarian Verve and Marine Mayhem ready almost immediately. Karkarian Verve is extremely difficult to stun reliably at this point, and the amount of time you will have to get ready for Marine Mayhem will be dramatically reduced. Stunning the move prevents the attack and magic attack buffs from activating, but the Water Spear will still activate. Activation of the Water Spear modifies Dakuwaka's abilities and resistance. For example, when Dakuwaka has the Water Spear, he is immune to stun while the effect is active. He will use his highest tier elemental magic spells while the effect is active. After each of the scripted uses of Karkarian Verve and activation of the Water Spear, Dakuwaka will gain a potent Ice Spikes effect that lasts for 30 seconds. This is a zone buff for Fort de Henetiel and cannot be dispelled. After utilizing Karkarian Verve, even if stunned, and activation of the Aura effect, the next utilized TP move will be Marine Mayhem. Marine Mayhem deals water damage in a 0 to 5 Yalm AoE and instantly kills any players in the 5 to 20 AoE around Dakuwaka. Because of the Water Spear effect, this move cannot be stunned. So, melee players should be less than 5 Yalms away, and healers, ranged mage players should be greater than 20 Yalms away from Dakuwaka. Marine Mayhem is not used as a random TP move at any point. It is only and always used as the next TP move after Karkarian Verve. Thunder-based attacks will be less resisted, deal increased damage while the spear is active. The spear effect is removed by inflicting a certain amount of thunder elemental attacks or total damage. Utilizing melee classes with run sub and sulfur is effective in doing so. Upon killing the lesser notorious monsters, gear, weapons, and way of plasm will drop. If it is your first time killing the notorious monsters, a key item will also drop. If you don't get any equipment or weapons from a notorious monster and you really want them, don't worry, because you can use the Way of Plasm to exchange for equipment and weapons. The key items make all the gear and weapons available from that specific notorious monster exchangeable with Way of Plasm. This exchange can be done at the NPC Fori Pori near the Inventors Coalition in Western Adolan. Air elixirs will also drop, which allows some weapons and armor to be augmented with more attributes that follow along a set path. These paths are A, B, and C. A might be good for mage players, B might be good for damage dealing players, and C might be good for ranged players. Follow whatever path complements your job and playstyle when augmenting. The augmentation process can be done at Benjamin at the Inventors Coalition. Using egret shards and beads you receive from colonization reefs and can purchase from the auction house rewards small amount of Moya Plasm. Alternatively, you can exchange copper A-man vouchers for Moya Plasm. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like the video if it helped you or you enjoyed it. Comment to ask me questions if you have something you want to tell me or if you just want to hang out. And subscribe to my channel to see more Final Fantasy XI how-to videos. This video is a part in a series of videos that will explain going from level 99 to level 119 gear. Again, thank you guys for watching. I'm on the Asura server. My character is Silversean. If you're on the Asura server, throw me a tell if you want to talk, hang out, have any questions. and I will see you guys in the next video.